Good morning, everybody. Wholesale Sharks live from the Dispo Shark studio. My name is Annette. I am the relationships manager here. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing Maddie. Welcome, Maddie. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So we'll just go and get started. A few questions for you. First of all, I do want to appreciate you making the drive out here. We are at our new office, so that's really exciting. So we'll just hop right back in.
Sure.
Cool. So let's see. Tell me a little bit about your journey. I know that you are a licensed real estate agent. How did you get started in that?
So, long story short, because this could take an entire day to sum that up, but I actually graduated college from University of Missouri and I was studying fashion marketing. I had zero interest in real estate. My mom's been a realtor my whole life, my grandpa's been a realtor my whole life, and I just didn't even think about it. It wasn't an option. So I accepted my first job out of college in California with Lulus.com. So I was working in the fashion industry, kind of on that marketing social media side. And eventually, so COVID hit, I was pretty much just working out, kind of just living life. But I kind of realized during that year that it just wasn't for me. I love fashion and I love the fashion industry, but I wanted to do something where I'm more in front of people and with people all the time. So that was a huge aspect. And I spoke with my parents because they always give me the best advice. And my mom was like, I don't ever want to push you into this, but you'd be really great as a realtor. And I was like, okay, we'll just give it a shot. So I got my license while I was still in California working my 9 to 5 and flew on out to Arizona and then I got started.
Nice.
Yeah.
What made you choose Arizona? Because you're originally from Missouri, right?
Yes, yeah. So I grew up in the Midwest. I came out to Arizona for a summer internship in 2019.
Nice.
So that was for a fashion internship with the Mayfair Group. Had a blast doing that, and I absolutely fell in love with Arizona that summer. I ended up having to go away and taking the first job in California, but my heart was still in Arizona, so I ended up coming back.
Arizona's beautiful. I mean, the weather here is just so nice. Like,
oh, it's
pretty much all year
unbeatable.
round.
Yeah, it's unbeatable. I love it.
Cool. So, what is the company that you work for?
So I work for Hague Partners.
Nice.
I don't know if you've seen the 72 sold signs everywhere.
Yeah.
And the commercials, but that's who I'm with.
Cool. How long have you been with them?
Only about a month and a half now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been licensed for about 8 months now. I was with Keller Williams before, really great company. My mom's still with them, and then decided to make the switch to a little bit less traditional real estate.
Right. Good for you. That's awesome. So what markets are you currently in? Is it only Arizona? What part of the valley?
Yeah, so I'm mainly in the West Valley. At some point, I'd like to expand on that a little bit, but yeah, most of my leads are in the West Valley at the moment.
Really cool. Where do you live? Like what part of Arizona?
I live in North Scottsdale. I absolutely love it. It's kind of near Kierland, so you get the shopping experience,
right.
All the restaurants and everything like that. But
yeah, I live in Tempe, and when I first moved here, I definitely liked the Scottsdale area. It's kind of like the place to be. I feel like all like the tourists go there. It is nice.
Fun.
It's super, super fun. Nightlife especially.
Oh yes. Yeah. I'm out of that stage, but I loved it.
Cool. So with COVID still kind of like around, what is the most difficult challenges you faced personally and in your professional world?
Yeah, I would say, to be honest, COVID hasn't really affected my career too much.
Oh, good.
Being self-employed, obviously, that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the biggest challenges in real estate is having tough skin. That's something that I had trouble with in the very beginning because I'm a very sensitive person and personable person. I'm very empathetic and I take in other people's feelings and everything like that. So when clients were going through struggles, they became my struggles.
You kind of took it on.
Yeah, and that was something I kind of had to work through and take the emotion out of. With traditional real estate, you do have a lot of clients that are buying their first family home or the only home that they're going to buy in 10 years. So it's kind of an emotional process for them. And I would take on those emotions, but I've had to learn to make it separate, basically.
Right. And I'm sure that's easy being an empath to take on that heat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Well, we'll kind of switch gears here. Where do you see yourself in a year?
Yeah.
Do you have anything big planned? Do you still see yourself in real estate?
I absolutely see myself in real estate. If you were to ask me this question probably maybe 5 months ago whenever I was first starting, it was tough. I thought about quitting every single day.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable. Going from a 9 to 5 and being paid every 2 weeks, you're in a really solid, safe position.
Right.
But this is scary, but it's also a lot more rewarding. So I definitely foresee myself staying in the real estate field forever, whatever that ends up being. But as of right now, I think I'm going to just continue and try to build my empire in the traditional real estate for now. And then potentially maybe go into a little bit more of the investing side down the line.
That's exciting. Yeah, I feel like real estate, especially being a woman, requires you to be uncomfortable, like take those leaps of faith for sure.
Absolutely.
So I hear you on that. Let's see, what do you have a morning ritual? What kind of gets you going in the morning? Do you have like a routine? Let's hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, so very first thing that I do when I wake up is I take my pre-workout and I go to the gym.
I love it.
Yep.
I'm a huge gym fanatic, so I feel like starting your day off like that, you just start it off right.
Yeah.
If I don't work out in the morning, I'm literally thrown off.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'll wake up at typically around 4:30, 4:35.
Early bird.
Yes, I'm an early bird. I was not always like that, but I had to train myself to be that way just to be able to get everything I need to get done in a day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love my morning routine with working out, and then I'll come home, make a coffee, start checking emails, and then I'll get ready for the day.
Yeah.
Go back and check more emails, take some calls.
I feel like it's also nice to get it done early in the morning, because then you could just spend the rest of your evening and like decompress from the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And it's time for yourself in the morning as well, because I feel like most of my day, and I'm sure most of your day too, is just with clients or with people and you're kind of serving them. But in the morning, that's kind of my me time. So it's nice.
I hear you. Yeah, I feel like sometimes the day goes by so fast because you're like, go, 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 go. So to have that little time by yourself, I feel like it's very beneficial to keep that mental health. Like,
yeah, it keeps your productivity a lot better and a lot higher as well, I feel like.
Most definitely. So let's see here. Make it a little bit more fun. Do you have any hidden talents? Let's hear a little bit more about Maddie.
So growing up, I would play guitar and I sang,
really cool.
So that was a huge aspect of my life.
Nice.
Other than that, I would say working out is a huge part of my life. It kind of keeps me sane.
Yeah.
But I still have my guitar around, and I don't really play it because of my nails, unfortunately. But yeah, that was something I really enjoyed growing up.
That's so cool. Do you ever see yourself like trying to get into it again?
Honestly, no. Nothing
just
more
something
than
fun.
Yeah, it was kind of just a space, just like working out, to kind of a release. You get a little time to yourself, and yeah, it's
That's really
enjoyable.
cool. Woman of all talent. I love to hear it. That's really cool. Most people don't have hobbies, and that's kind of like sad because they get so caught up like in the professional world,
100%.
and then they don't have to do anything for themselves, and I think that's so important.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about the deal that we helped you close.
Yes.
It was Sunrise, and it actually closed, when was it, yesterday?
2 days ago.
So that's awesome. I want to thank you for that. Working together, we're both eating on each end, so that's awesome. So how would you say the Dispo Sharks kind of helped you with that deal? What was kind of the background on that deal?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had an investor under contract on that, and they were kind of wanting to back out, and I was like, nope, we're not going to let that happen.
You're like, we're going to get this done.
We're going to get this done.
Yeah.
So I actually started kind of crazy. I started reaching out to some investors on Instagram, and I came across Ramon's page.
There you go. Power of social media.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And I was like, Ramon, please, save me. And he actually ended up sending me the EMD, or not me, but sending title the EMD within, I think, about an hour.
Yeah.
It was very quick. It was very smooth. And with a lot of investors and wholesalers, you never kind of know until you've worked with them a couple of times what it's
build that
like.
rapport a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And it was probably one of the smoothest transactions that I've had. So
We were too easy.
yeah, it was too easy, for real.
Well, that's
We
crazy,
need to complain more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's crazy because, backtrack, this deal was actually going to fall apart.
It was.
And you really could have honestly said, you know what, it's a dead deal, just let it go. But being like how you are, you're like, no, we're going to get this done.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I love that mindset. We love working with people like that as well. We're going to make it happen.
Exactly.
So-
yeah, we were not letting that fall through.
No, most definitely. So congratulations on that. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you giving us the opportunity to help work on that with you.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. But
to many more deals to come.
yeah, most definitely. Heck yeah. That's all I have for today. So I want to thank you for coming in, taking the time. I know that you said you have a busy schedule. You're going to have other clients that you have to get to for the rest of the day. But thank you so much. It was great getting to know you and also working on a deal with you. Hopefully we could work on more in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Most definitely. So thank you. That's the end of our podcast for Dispo Sharks. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on our live as well. And
Thank you.